welcome, guys. Welcome. Hope everyone had a great trading day today. We've had some selling this week. All right. So price is holding right now on the indexes. All right. But we'll need to pay close attention. All right. So some selling this week. Not a major concern yet. All right. So let's go ahead and take a look at the markets. All right. So Dow was down, guys. 165 points down for the day. S&P was slightly down. NASDAQ was up. The IWM, the Russell, was up as well. I think we were, I'm trying to remember, I think we were slightly down yesterday. When was it? I think Thursday we were down pretty big. All right. So markets come down a bit. We have moved the time frames to the 240-minute time frame when we'll take a look at big picture. The VIX, so volatility is still low, moved up a bit, but still low, still in 16 range. 1681. I think it got down to 1630 something. Okay. The S&P still holding fine. However, we do have a purpose support and resistance in the S&P. All right. So we have purpose support and resistance. Price action still looks good there. All right. But we are getting overbought. Right. Whenever we get this purpose support and resistance in the markup phase, we're in overbought territory. Now remember, we're in all-time highs, right? We broke that big resistance on the S&P and the NASDAQ, and we're in all-time high territory. Okay, July usually does well for the markets, but remember, guys, we've been moving higher since the correction, and we've been moving up quite a bit. August and September. All right, so next month and September usually is usually not friendly to the markets. Okay, so most of your corrections, we just have to keep it in mind, right? Keep that in mind. Most of your corrections, all right, your sell-offs happen in August and September. Okay, on the NASDAQ here, purpose support and resistance here. So we are getting, again, overbought. We are getting extended there. All right, it's on the daily time frame on the NASDAQ. And we have to pay attention to these indexes because these sectors will follow and your individual stocks will follow these indexes. Okay, Dow, again, we're extended. We have purpose support and resistance there. So we went from yellow support and resistance to purpose support and resistance. So we're getting extended. Just like here, guys, we got purpose support and resistance. Guess what? Price came down, sellers came in. Purpose support and resistance here, sellers came in pretty heavy. So this is serious. We need to pay attention to this purpose support and resistance. All the candles are still green, so we still have buyers, so still holding firm. But with this purpose support and resistance, and we are trading near all-time highs, that's a concern. Okay, NASDAQ on the daily time frame here. Okay, again, all right, see what's happening. Another purpose support and resistance here, and we are getting extended. All right, we are all-time high territory. Sellers are sitting here. So this is what could happen. We could certainly see sellers come in, and we always need to be aware, guys, defense first, right? We need to play defense. Always defense. All right, we play good defense. Guess what? The offense will take care of itself. Okay, so purpose support and resistance, just like here. Look what happened. Sellers came in heavy here. Here we've got purpose support and resistance. All right, same area, sellers could come in here. Okay, if we get a white candle on the daily time frame here, we'll see. We might hold it, but we're paying attention to the not to the daily, to the 240 for exit, right? To get out of this market quickly. quickly. Okay, so again, NASDAQ, we're extended purple support and resistance getting overbought there. And on the Russell, we also have a purple support and resistance. So this purple support and resistance, they're coming in, guys. Well, they're here. All right. So purple support and resistance here on the S&P, purple support and resistance here on the NASDAQ. All right. Dow, purple support and resistance. And on the Russell, also the IWM. Now I took a look at heat seeker. We are slowing down a bit with opportunities in equities. So our stock boss traders, bull master traders, pay attention to that. Okay, whenever heat seeker slows down, right, that means institutions are not buying as much, right? So keep an eye on that. Sectors, we have 3 sectors that are down. Okay, most of the sectors are still holding up, but if we get selling, that will change. But so far, not a major concern there. In the futures market, we are up, right? So the Dow E-mini is up, slightly up. The NASDAQ is slightly up. S&P slightly up. Russell slightly up, and the dollar is slightly up. The dollar is still holding support right here, guys, at 97. I think it went lower to about 96, but holding here at 97. No major change there. The number one sector is still tech. Okay, so the XLK technology, right, still holding here. It's buy signal here on the daily time frame. Good price action. So that really looks good. No purple support and resistance. Yellow support and resistance here. Good price action, keeps moving higher. That's great for tech. This is encouraging. All right, this is encouraging. Weekly time frame, we have a buy signal here on the XLK technology. All right, the tech sector. Buy signal here, we're moving up nicely here. Another one, financials. Let's see how financials doing here. We got a bit of a pullback here. We'll see if it holds resistance right here. But again, your best trade right now is tech. All right. So best trade, best where your most opportunities will be right now unless things change. Okay. VIX index on the monthly time frame here. We're still holding here. Okay. We need the current month though to really get this market moving. We need to get lower than 16, right? And perhaps red, if we can turn red candle like here for the month of July, that will be good. For equity markets, we'll see the equity markets move higher, all right? But it's holding here. It's been holding here for a little over a week now. All right, so I think all of last week and this week, it's been right in that 16 range. Okay, we'll come back to the Magnificent 7 stocks. Let's take a look at big picture. Again, we are paying attention, guys, to the 240-minute time frame. Okay, now if you notice here, right, we have the Dow daily, we have the Dow weekly, we have the Dow monthly here. And then this is the Dow 240. Now, we don't label it here because we don't use this. This is not a time frame we use daily, all right, or often when we look at big picture. But we've brought it out temporarily, all right, to get us an exit, okay? What we don't want to have happen, right, especially as we get into the worst months of the year for the markets historically, right? When we look at seasonality, all right, August and September, those can be, now that doesn't mean we can't break the resistance and make another leg up, and this market, will do what it wants to do. But we know historically, right, that August and September has been a difficult months. Okay, so what we're looking at on the 240-minute time frame, the 4-hour chart, is resistance here. And what we would like to see is price break through that resistance. But what we are watching for is if we get sellers to come in like this. This will give us an early warning, all right, to give sell alerts in the market. All right, if we wait on the daily time frame, all right, we're going to give up some profits in the market. All right, so we'll be watching right at this area here. All right, this is back December of last year here. All right, where sellers came in. We got a sell signal, red candle, right? You see what happened here? Sellers came in here. This is our buy signal, sell signal, almost identical to this buy signal, sell signal. All right, never really broke above resistance and held. Sellers came in heavy here. Look what happened here. So we got to pay attention to here. Almost the same price action, almost identical price action that happened here, is setting up to happen here. All right. So if we get a red candle here, all right, or even a white candle, we might call a sell signal, okay, to get out of equities. Okay. All right. So that's why we've brought in the 240-minute time frame. All right. And guess what? Right now, they're failing to break resistance here. So that is a concern on the Dow. So that's the Dow 240. Here is the Dow daily. We do have a purple support and resistance here on the daily. Here we are resisting, right, to break resistance. All right. So it's not breaking resistance. Purple support and resistance. Purple support and resistance. Purple support and resistance here. Okay, so we need to pay attention to this price action. All right, so it's not what we want, what this market is doing. So right now it's failing to stay above resistance right there. On the weekly time frame, we're right there at resistance. Monthly time frame, same thing here. All right, but the selling, if selling comes in, we'll see that first on the 240-minute time frame. Okay, on the S&P, all right, we've broken through resistance, broken past sellers here and here. All right, we have purple support and resistance, but we now have a yellow support and resistance. That's good for the S&P. Let's see if it can keep moving higher. Buy signal was right here on the 240, and now it's broken out. Okay, but again, keep an eye on it. The S&P on the daily time frame does have a purple support and resistance. Again, all right, those are not good. We're getting overbought. All right, we're getting extended here. Okay, and again, we're in all-time high territories. This is when sellers love to come in and short the market. All right. S&P on the weekly time frame, we have a buy signal here on the weekly, holding nicely here above resistance. On the monthly time frame, all right, buy signal here, we're trading above resistance there. All right, on the NASDAQ 240, very similar to the S&P. Both the S&P and the NASDAQ guys have done extremely well. Really, really well. Right, trading in new highs, new all-time highs, really, really well. Okay, but prime target for sellers, prime target for shorts to come in like this. Okay, so NASDAQ 240 holding firm. Again, purple support and resistance, and we're getting past that here on the 240. Very, very similar. This chart, very, very similar to the S&P 240 here. So S&P 240, NASDAQ 240 here. So we'll watch these very closely. NASDAQ on the daily time frame, right? We're breaking resistance here. Purple support and resistance. NASDAQ on the weekly time frame, just like the S&P, we have a buy signal here and trading above resistance. Okay. NASDAQ on monthly time frame, breaking resistance there. Okay. Russell on the 240, guys, a good buy signal here. No purple support and resistance, yellow support and resistance, and we keep inching higher to resistance right here. This is great news for the S&P. I'm sorry, for small cap stocks. Okay, but we've got a lot of sellers, big resistance right here. All right, so we'll be aware of that. Okay, as we move higher, but nice recovery, guys. We can't complain. Nice recovery on the Russell. On the 240, on the daily, guys, we do have a purple support and resistance. So these purple support and resistance, they're coming in on these daily time frames. Okay, as we go through these, notice that they're coming in on these daily time frames. All right, so be aware of that. On the weekly time frame for the Russell here, we got a misprint there. All right, let's fix that. Green candles here, we holding firm, all-time highs, all the way up there. Russell on the monthly, nice recovery here. Bitcoin, guys, is still holding. All right, so we talked about this in our everything crypto class last night with Anthony. And Anthony, thank you so much, bud, for helping us out with that class. Good job. Your knowledge, your wisdom is greatly appreciated. Thank you so much. We talked about Bitcoin, guys. We are waiting for Bitcoin to break through that resistance here and give a buy signal. That is the hope, right? That's the hope. Now, our previous buy signal, right? Bought here, sold here. All right. So we are currently out on the daily time frame. If you guys trade the smaller time frames, just be careful. We are consolidating right here, and we have purple support and resistance here. All right. So Bitcoin is under some pressure. Just remember, right? Purple support and resistance. Sellers came in right here. All right. So this is a clue. Now, we still have green candles here, no white candles, right? In here, no red candles. So that's good, but we need to break through that resistance here and move higher. Trading at 108, right? 108, that's a good number for Bitcoin, guys. It really recovered, right? It fell from 99, all right? Near-term support right here. Nice recovery. So we can't complain, but it does need to get above 110. 110, 111, we could see Bitcoin making another move higher there. All right, that's on the daily. We don't need to pay attention to the 240. So daily, weekly, right here, and looks good here on the week. Okay, gold. A bit of a pullback here, and gold's been sitting here for the last few weeks here, but still holding buy signal all the way up here, still holding firm. Silver holding nicely. Nice moving silver, holding nicely right here. Crude oil, nothing, right? We did get a green candle coming in here in crude oil, but trading between a tight range. And that's where we want it, okay? That's where we want it. Bonds, horrible, horrible, horrible. All right, so the 20-year bond, 20-year bonds, guys, it's coming lower. All right, so interest rates could keep going higher, all right? We had some green candles here. This is the what is it? I always forget, TLT. We don't really trade it, guys. We just monitor it, okay? So the TLT right here, you can certainly trade it, but no trades right yet. We were hoping to get a buy signal here, start targeting the highs right here, which would mean rates would go lower, right? So for car loans, mortgage rates, all right? But guess what? Red candles are coming in. This is not good. We got support, decent support right here, guys. We broke through that support and recovered. If we break through that support here a second time, that might not be good. Okay, so we could see rates above 7%, right? Mortgage rates above 7%. All right, so that's not good here. We really needed to hold these green candles and keep moving higher. Sellers are coming in, and they're coming in strong, right? Because they gapped down yesterday, gapped down today. That's not good there. Okay, the dollar, guys, dollar is finding some support. Again, trading at 97. We do have a weak dollar here. All right, we are starting to see some movement because of the dollar, right, moving lower. So dollar weekly here also breaking support. We have some targets down here for the dollar, which is 89 for the dollar, right, down here, unless it holds. On the weekly, on the monthly, same thing, 89 down here, okay, on the dollar index. Pound yen, guys. So yen pairs, finally, we are breaking out. We've been breaking out for a couple of weeks now, a few weeks now. I think about 2 weeks, we've been moving higher, 2 weeks to about a month, moving higher. Finally, we're getting ready to break through that resistance. We've been in a tight range here. Tight range, getting ready to break out right here. Pound yen, good job, pound yen. And we've got some trades we'll go over. So pound yen, on the weekly time frame, we are breaking out here on the weekly. Monthly time frame, we are breaking out here on the monthly time frame as well. All right. So good job, pound yen. Our monster scalper traders, you guys should see some decent trades in the yen pairs. Okay, so let's go through those trades in the yen pairs. All right, and we have several trades, not on the 60-minute, on the 240. All right, so wrong one here. All right, 1 second here. All right, so on the 240, guys, on the 240, let's see here. So no trades, no longs on the 60. No shorts. We don't have any shorts right now. But we do have longs on the 240. All right, let's take a look here. And you guys saw that on pound yen, so right here. All right. So we need to follow this price action, follow the money. So pound yen on the daily time frame, finally breaking out of this big range here, guys. This range was developed since basically July, August of last year. All right, so hopefully, right, we can finally break out. That will definitely help the Forex market. So pound yen and the yen pairs are moving, okay? They are moving. So let's go through these trades. So the first one, CAD yen. All right, guys, buy signal here. Now, I know these charts here are not great charts, but we are breaking out. So hopefully we can get past all of this nonsense here. All right. All of that consolidation. So we are breaking out, buy signal here, breaking out purpose support and resistance. Keep an eye on that. Okay. So CAD yen. That's the first one. Swiss yen. All right. Great trade here. Going with Swiss yen. Buy signal here, guys. Let's remove this. Or let's bring it here. All right. So a buy signal here was on a break of resistance here. Buy signal here, all green candles, we're moving up nicely there. Okay, Swiss yen on the 240, great trade going here. That's for about 600 pips, guys. 600 pips. It's a lot of pips. All right, so great trade here. Buy signal here, all green candles, yellow support and resistance. Amazing price action. Okay. Euro yen, another good trade here. Previous trade did really well. Bought here, sold here. A new buy signal right here. All right, buy signal here, and we are moving up nicely there. Okay, so another good trade. This is for about, so far, about 200 pips so far. Euro yen. So the yen pairs are moving. Okay. HKD, JPY. All right, so we broke resistance here. We got to get past these highs here. Looks like we're doing that. All right, in Monster Scalper. And we're getting out of the range here. All right, so support, resistance, and we are breaking out. Okay, as far as a target, let's see if we can get all the way up here. We're getting past the highs here. All right, so this could be a target here for about a good 400 pips if we can make it. Okay, HKD JPY. Next one, USD JPY. Again, we getting past all of this nonsense, right? All of this frustrating consolidation here on the 240, right? Very tough trading here. We are breaking out purple support and resistance. So we are breaking out, and hopefully we're looking to start trending. Target, next target, all the way up here, right? Which is your resistance right up here. Okay, that's dollar, yen, and then ZAR yen. Fairly new trade here. Buy signal here, red candle, right? Got back in with a buy signal with a green candles here. So we've called it a second time here, and looks good to break out. Purple support and resistance, keep an eye on that. But guys, the goal is to get past all of this consolidation and get a nice run up. That's the hope, like this previous trade here. Okay, they have to consolidate before we get a move like this. Okay, so we want to be careful of the consolidations, but anticipate, right, the breakouts, and that's where we can do well. Okay, so consolidation, broke out, consolidation. Hopefully this is the breakout here. If it fails, no big deal. Get out, take your small profits or your small loss, and look to trade another day. Aussie yen, guys, very tight consolidation. Look at that, right? But buy signal here, red candle, and now we are breaking out. Again, purple support and resistance. Keep an eye on that. But the yen pairs, they're definitely looking to make a move higher. And we've gotten past non-farm payroll, so those numbers were out last week. So we don't have any big news. Let me make sure to interfere with the market. Tomorrow is Wednesday. Let's take a look here. What data is coming out? Wednesday, oh yeah, we have the Fed FOMC is at usually 2 p.m. All right, but that shouldn't hurt the market overnight or into tomorrow trading until the afternoon. Pound yen is breaking out. Pound yen looks good, guys, to break out. All right, so buy signal here, breaking out nicely here. Yellow support and resistance there, pound yen. SGD JPY, buy signal here. Buy signal right here, and we are breaking out. Right, but purple support and resistance, be aware of that. Okay, that's just like a warning, right? A warning. Be careful. Be careful. Okay, doesn't mean we can't break through that purple support and resistance, but we got to keep an eye on it. All right. So those are the yen pairs. We also have euro pairs that have been trading fairly well. EUR AUD, buy signal here, red candle. We've got to close that, please. EUR HKD, that gave a sell signal, a decent trade here. Buy signal here, sell signal right here on a break of support. Close the trade, please. EUR HKD, that's your Hong Kong, Euro Hong Kong pair. EUR SGD, that's still holding. Buy signal here, holding firm. Nicely there. EUR TRY, another good trade. Buy signal, guys, all the way down here. All right, that's for about 300 pips. All right, choppy, but still holding its trend here. EUR TRY. And then the last one, all right, euro dollar, guys. Euro dollar gave a sell signal here on a break of support. So a buy signal right here. Broke support, purple, right? See purple support and resistance. It's our sell signal to get out. So our entry was here, buy signal here, sell signal, white arrow here, red candles, we should be out of this trade. Okay, and again, purple support and resistance, sellers are coming in. Okay, all right. All right. Stock Boss and Bull Master, I want to show you guys, and then we'll go through the current trades. In Stock Boss and Bull Master, let's take a look at Heat Seeker. I think last week when we last ran this, we had for Stock Boss, Heat Seeker for Stock Boss, I think we had about 140 or 160. All right, let's run it here. We've got 86. All right, so it's slowing a bit. All right, slowing a bit. All right, so just be aware of that. 86 is still good, but when we see these symbols, when we get a high amount and they come down, we're gonna keep a track of that, right? We rather see, right, these numbers move higher rather than lower. All right, so moving from 140, 160 to 86, that's a concern. That's small cap. No, large cap stocks in Bull Master here, 132. I think we were at two something, right? 250 or so. So just about cut that in half. 133, still good if we were moving, right? If we were moving up, but these numbers are coming down. So be aware of that, right? The rotation there. Okay. All right. Let's go through current positions in Stock Boss. We're getting some selling, so we want to pay attention to that selling. Okay. So we're going to go through current positions in Stock Boss, which is our small cap stocks. And we've got quite a few here. So small cap stocks, we're going to go through these. All right. White candle, for now, we'll hold the white candles. Red candles, that's a sell signal. White arrow, like right here, sell signal. Okay, to close the trade. Your symbol will be here. Okay, we're looking at the most recent price action, which will be on your right. Ideally, we want green candles and we want the price to do something like this. All right, so first one, we'll go through this quickly. All right, we'll go through this quickly. ABAT holding. AMTX, good price action, guys. Even on a down day, look at that. Really good price action there. Met its target there. We'll let it continue to run. Green candles here. Good. Good. White candle will continue to hold for now. Green candles is what we want to see. White candle will hold for now. Okay. At some point, we start getting sell signals. All right. We'll call even on the white candle sell signal. GLDD, guys, buy signal was right here at 943. Red candle came in today. Sell signal at $11 and change. Close the trade, please. Okay. We'll never get the very bottom and we'll never get the very top. We want the middle part of the trade. I call this the meat of the trade, sweet part of the trade. Bought here, sold here, good trade here. Okay. All right, all green candles holding. White candles here will hold for now. Good price action. Good price action. Good price action. Not bad. Good, 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 Good. All right, EWCZ, buy signal here, sell signal. The buy signal came in at 460. Sell signal came in at 550. Close the trade, please. Follow your system. Good. Keep you out of trouble. Good. I'm surprised. Small caps are holding up nicely. Not bad. Hold in. All right. All right. LFMD, buy signal here was 796. Sell signal 1197. Close the trade, please. It's over. All right, MVST. All right, another good trade. Let's get rid of this here. All right, so some of these are closing, but not a lot. All right, almost similar trade. Bought here, sold here. Buy signal came in here, and a break of this resistance. Broke support, red candle, sell signal right here. The buy signal came in at $2.10. Sold at $3.50. Not bad trade here. Close the trade, please. VNET, buy signal here. That looks good there. Holding. All right, so not bad. So small cap stocks and stock balls so far holding firm. All right, Bullmaster large cap stocks. These stocks should hold. All right, we've seen some red in here though. That's not good. So let's take a look. Same thing, same process. Bullmaster large cap. So small caps in stock balls. Just remember these stocks are right. Less expensive stocks, cheaper stocks under $10. Bullmaster, these are large cap stocks, your mega cap stocks. Those are over $10 and higher, right? Into the hundreds. All right, same process. Let's go through these. All right, holding, nice. These large cap stocks should hold up as well right now. Green candles, good price action, good. These are alerts we've been sending out for a few months now. All right, so these trades have been growing in value. Okay, good price action there, good. We have a lot here, guys. We don't trade all of them. You can't trade all of them, but it's good to, this is how we learn, right? If we just pick one or two stocks, can't learn from that, right? So, all right, so we got to, and not every trader, when we send out these alerts in the SKOOL community, right? So you have choice, right? That's the idea. Not everyone trades the same thing, right? So, good price action, really good price action. Some of these are still fairly new too. Good. We like to see green. No red. Good price action. We're about halfway there. We're doing good on time. Yep, so Bullmaster so far holding up nicely. Look good. And we don't have sellers around yet, right? We are getting overbought. We know we have purpose, support, and resistance. So we are overbought on the daily, but no signs of sellers yet, okay? So we don't have to panic yet. All right. GWRE, red candle here, or buy signal came in at $203. Red candle came in at $229. Close the trade, please. All right, Robin Hood. Hood looks good there. Good price action. Good. 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 Good price action. Nice. Nicely done. Nicely done. I feel like I'm talking to myself sometimes. Huh? That's all right. Good. Good. Good price action. Look at that. RBXL, our buy signal, guys, was at 64. Amazing price action. Continuing to really hold that trend line there. Okay. Holding. Good price action. Good. So overall, amazing price action in Bullmaster. Okay. Good. So no sight of real selling yet. Okay. So although the market was down today, some of these stocks were down, but they're still holding their trend, right? Just because they're down for the day doesn't mean the trade is over. Okay. All right. Really good. Stock boss holding firm. Bullmaster holding firm. All right. We are getting fewer symbols, stocks coming through, heat seeker, but overall, not bad. All right. Quick look at Monster Scalper. I want to see if we can add. I think we're in most of the positions in the yen pairs. Let's see here. ZAR yen, are we in ZAR yen? Yeah, ZAR yen on the 240, we're in. Dollar yen, we're in on the 240. TRY, JPY. I know you guys don't trade this often. Let's stay away from that for now. SGD, JPY, we've called that one, right? Yes, we've called that one. New Zealand yen. All right, New Zealand yen. All right, that looks good to break out. We looked at this earlier when I was doing some training with Monster Scalper with one of our traders, and we were looking at it, and it had pulled back here. But guess what? Now it's looking to break out. So New Zealand yen looks good there. Okay. All right, and where are we here? Hong Kong HKD. We're in that one. Looks good. Yen pairs looks really good, guys. Finally, make some money. Pound yen looks good there, breaking out. Euro yen, we know we're in that one. That's breaking out. Swiss yen, good trade going there. We know about that. CAD yen. Good trade here going. Aussie yen, we added Aussie yen. Good trade going there. All right, so we'll stay with the yen pairs. Quick look at the 60-minute time frame with the yen pairs. Let's take a look. All right, so ZAR yen, we're going to call ZARJPY long 60-minute time frame. And guys, if yen is moving, yen really starts to move, and if we can see this dollar move lower, we can certainly, right, perhaps get a rotation going. All right, we haven't had a rotation in a while. So ZAR yen looks good on the 60. Dollar yen, good trade going on the 60. Too late for that one. TRY JPY on the 60-minute. That's gone there. SGD JPY on the 60-minute. Good trade going there. New Zealand yen on the 60-minute. Wait for your buy signal. HKD JPY. Good trade going there on the 60-minute. Pound yen on the 60-minute. Good trade going there. Euro yen, all right, euro yen, good trade going here on the 60. All right, Swiss yen, good trade going on the 60-minute time frame. Good trade going there, guys. Those of you who caught these trades, good job. CAD yen on the 60-minute time frame here. Buy signal here, good job, CAD yen. And then Aussie yen, buy signal here, good trade going right here. So those of you who caught it on the 60-minute, good job in Monster Scalper. Okay, good job, guys. Good job. Forex Dominator, we've brought it back. Okay, and what we're going to look for, we will not send out alerts in Forex Dominator on the daily time frame because you guys don't trade it, right? We've tried it. You guys don't want to trade on the daily. It's just a long time frame for Forex. However, we'll use it, right? We'll bring it in and kind of track where capital is going. So we're going to take a look at the yen pairs on in Forex Dominator on the daily time frame. So buyers are definitely coming in. ZAR yen, dollar yen. All right, SGD JPY, buyers are coming in. That's good. That will flow into your smaller time frames. New Zealand yen, buyers are coming in. All right. Pound yen, look at pound yen, right? On the daily and on the weekly. All right, good buying coming in there. Euro yen, all right, on the euro yen. All right, buy signal here. This is on the daily. Look at the weekly. Buy signal on the weekly, guys. All right, Swiss yen. So you see the moves that's happening. Finally, guys, finally. All right, this market is waking up. All right, Forex is waking up. All right, the US 30, guys, nothing here. Just wait. Hopefully, we'll get a trade on Friday. So US 30, nothing here. NAS 100, nothing here. So just hold off. All right, so just remember the best trade right now, we were in equities, right? Still in, okay? But the yen pairs and equities and tech, okay? So tech sector in equities, right? Along with the NASDAQ. And then Forex finally moving with the yen pairs. As a backup, perhaps the euro pairs. Okay. All right, guys. Thanks for coming. If you guys, please, if you're here for the first time, all right, keep coming and join us in the SKOOL community, guys. We have a lot of resources. We've loaded up a lot of videos in the SKOOL community. Our traders, they've tons of feedback for you guys from our traders in the SKOOL community. Okay, so take advantage of that knowledge. Okay, take care, and I look to see you everyone tomorrow, Wednesday, when we do Q&A at 7 p.m. Eastern time. Okay, guys. All right, take care. Have a good evening. If you need me for anything,